Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Nurul Najihah. I'm the first presenter. So our topic for today is societies. So before that, I'm going to show you there are 5 points that we are going to discuss in this presentation. So let me start with the introduction first. Okay, so first, when we talk about societies, the first thing is about school because we are talking about society in school. But let me explain school first. School is a special institution created to serve specific needs and normally associated to students, teachers, administration, curriculum, co-curriculum, and etc. Okay, so let's move on to societies. What is societies? Society is a group of people living according to a shared culture or a set of social relationship, which means a group of persons organized together for a common purpose. Okay, so what is relation between school and society? Anyone knows? Okay. A good society is the product of a good school system, and a good school system is the product of a good society. What does it mean? Okay. It is definitely explained to us. It is connected to each other. A good school system will eventually help to build a good attitude in students. So, society, or in BM we call it as persatuan, are compulsory for students to join. It is set up through formal procedures by the school to enhance the development of co-curriculum activities. As fulfill education regulation, School Association dated 21st May 1998 asserted that club and society must be set up in school. Okay, so common characteristic of societies and club are for students that share common interests, purpose, objectives, and goals. Besides, the purpose of societies and clubs are being set up in school is to instill skills inside students, as example, leadership, and also to improve their communication skills and many more. Okay, so I've been listed some examples of societies at school, which are Persatuan Agama Islam, Persatuan Bahasa, Persatuan Kemahiran Hidup, Persatuan Sains dan Matematik, and Persatuan Geografi or Sejarah. And I believe there are many more societies at your school. These are only several societies that I've picked, and I also put some pictures there for your reference. And as you can see, the students are doing the activities together. For the first picture is Persatuan Matematik, which the student is playing Sudoku online by using laptop. Second picture, the teacher are watching the students doing the activity, and the third picture is Persatuan Kemahiran Hidup. The students are cooking together. Okay, so I put several examples of club also in the slide, such as kelab komputer, kelab seni foto, kelab pembinakan sebaya, kelab pecinta alam, kelab keceriaan sekolah. So, club and society, what's the difference between those two? Okay, so for the society is like more to academic, such as Persatuan Bahasa Melayu, matematik. But club is like more to hobby, like something non-academic. Okay, so as you can see for the first picture is the students are using the computer. So of course it is kelab computer where the students are learn on how to use the computer. And the second picture is kelab pembimbing rakan sebaya where the students are doing the poster of Jauhi Dada. Okay, and the third picture, of course I guess everyone know what it is. What club it is, right? It is kelab pecinta alam where the students do the gotong royong, clean the school together. Okay, so that's all from me. I will pass to the next presenter, Nur Syahidatul Husna. Thank you.
Thank you, Najihah. Now let's proceed to our second part of presentation, which is functions of society. Provide students with opportunity to learn. That is the first function of societies, where the Societies will provide students with opportunity to learn in many ways that may not be an option by simply just concentrating on academics. Student society provide numerous opportunity for students to enhance many of their skills. Apart from enhancing and bond skill, children learn many more useful skills such as leadership, teamwork, tolerance. The experience they receive in conducting meetings, do reports, and following a constitution is useful when they are called upon to engage in similar work when they are adults. With such knowledge, they would be able to take leadership at their places of work, educational institution, and society in general. Schools have been the pioneers in creating leaders through different school activities where society get the pride of place. In school, most of politicians discover their capability of addressing a crowd, the loss of stage fear, and the capability of working with seniors at school. Similarly, many other qualities are acquired during society work. The second function of societies is the involvement students in societies will set a good example for younger students, which means it will be a good role model for younger students. If students are seen voluntarily as part of society, it makes younger students want to contribute to the school and societies in a positive way. It encourages students to be part of a positive outlet instead of one of the many negative influences that can be a part of societies. The third function of societies is societies often provide students with the chance to spend time and make friends with those who have the same interests since they register in the same society, such as a science society, mathematics society, and English society. They can do debate activity, science experiment, or maths quizzes. When students have something in common, school will become more positive place to be. Societies serve as a positive outlet for students to socialize. Next, a benefit to participation in school societies is students will get to hold an elective office such as president, secretary. Having this leadership position can often open doors for future opportunities and build up their strength on leadership. This provides students with opportunities to lead students and gain experience in organizational activities. School is the best breeding ground for leaders. It is fact that students who take leadership at school continue to be a leader even after leaving school. They take high position in social work, politics, and many other organizations. Therefore, teachers are aware that grooming given in the school in leadership influences the future lives of students greatly. A school can create many opportunities for its students to get first-hand experience in leadership, though in a limited way under the supervision of teachers. Many students are capable of developing leadership qualities with some encouragement, while some are born leaders. They have the inborn talent of being leader, where a little guidance improve quickly. This fact had been found to be true in school frequently. Besides, involvement in school societies also provides students with a positive outlet for their energy. Students who are involved in societies are participating in a positive activity during that time. They are not out engaging in behavior that is not the best for teenagers, such as drinking or smoking. Students who are active in clubs are less likely to indulge in drug use and are more likely to be successful in school. Lastly, enjoyment. Don't underestimate the importance of having fun in high school. Some of the best time and memories students have are the experiences of belonging to a club, whether it's the club bowling party or the highs and lows of society's responsibilities. Societies are important to join just for the enjoyment that they will bring to most of students. Now, I'll pass to the next presenter, Atika.
Thank you, Husna. Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. I'm Atika and today I will further explain about the policy of society. Before we discuss about the policy of society, let's take a look at the policy of implementation of co-curricular activities first. According to Ministry of Education website, Government Gazette dated 31st December 1997, Volume 41, Number 26, Supplement Number 94, APU in bracket A, Legislation 531 at Education 1996, regulation have defined co-curriculum as co-curricular activities in government and government-aided school will contain the sports and games, society and clubs, uniform team or any other activities as set by the Minister of Education. These are the 5 main policies of the society. Sweat not because I will go detail on each and every policy. The first main policy is co-curricular activities are part of the national curriculum. According to Section 18 Akta Pendidikan 1996, Akta 550, the national curriculum is an educational program that includes curriculum and co-curricular activities that cover all knowledge, skills, norms, values, cultural elements and beliefs to help a student develop fully in terms of physical, spiritual, mental and emotional as well as to instill and enhance for a value desired and to impart knowledge. Under this policy, according to Subperaturan 3/1 Peraturan-Peraturan Pendidikan Kurikulum Kebangsaan 1997 yang diterbitkan sebagai PU A531/97, implementation of co-curriculum in school is compulsory. Failure or refusal to do so is an offence which, if convicted, can be punished by a fine or imprisonment or even both at once under general penalty. The previous statement is under the Act of Section 135 Akta Pendidikan 1996, Akta 550. Penalty a person who commits an offence under Act 550 for which no penalty is expressly provided may on conviction be liable to a fine not exceeding 5,000 ringgit or to imprisonment for a term not exceeding 6 months or both. The second main policy is student participation in co-curricular activities is compulsory. This is according to Perkara 5.1 Surat Perkeliling Ikhtisas Bilangan 1 Palang 1985 EP dalam kurungan BS 8591 Palang Jilid 2 29 is stated that the desired goal of the co-curricular work is the participation of each student. Each student must participate in at least one uniform movement, one association or club's activities, and one sports or game activity. Under this policy, schools must create the widest range of opportunities for students to participate in co-curricular activities that interest them. For this purpose, the principal or headmaster has been allocated the authority to establish clubs or association in the school that seem fit. This statement is under Peraturan 4 Peraturan-Peraturan Pendidikan Persatuan Sekolah 1998. There is statement given by Perkara 8.2.1 Surat Perkeliling Ikhtisas Bilangan 1 Palang 1985 dan Perkara 2.1 Surat Perkeliling Ikhtisas Bilangan 2 Palang 1986 stated that students' participation, attendance and achievement in co-curricular activities must be recorded and evaluated. The third main policy is participation of all teachers is compulsory. This is because teachers must act as civil servant or servants in managing, supervising and administering co-curricular activities in the school. The participation of all teachers is required to ensure the effective implementation of co-curricular work in schools. This is stated by Perkara 5.2 dalam Surat Perkeliling Ikhtisas Bilangan 1 Palang 1985. The refusal of teachers to perform the duties and responsibilities that have been allocated is an offence in terms of service requirement or compliance and accountability of civil servants and even the morals and authority of teachers who may be subjected to disciplinary action. This is according to Perintah-Perintah Am Pegawai Awam, Kelakuan dan Tata Tertib dalam kurungan Bab 3. The fourth policy is the implementation of co-curricular activities. Based on Peraturan 2 dalam Peraturan-Peraturan Pendidikan Kurikulum Kebangsaan 1997, co-curricular activities implemented in school should be an activities plan as an extension of the teaching and learning process in the classroom and give students the opportunity to act, strengthen and practice the knowledge, skills and values learned in the classroom. Each co-curricular activity implemented must contain elements of new knowledge, experience and skill, as well as noble values that help develop students intellectually, physically, emotionally and spiritually in a balanced way. The last main policy is mass participation. According to Surat Perkeliling Istisna Kebilangan 13 Palang 2000 bertarikh 16 November tahun 2000, the implementation of co-curricular activities in school should be based on the principle of mass participation without any elements of discrimination or coercion, but focus only on increasing unity and integration among students. Next is co-curricular activities implemented in school should be cross-disciplinary, integrated and not exclusive. Participation is open to all students. That's all from me. If you have any question, you may just ask me. And next, I will pass this presentation to Abdullah.
Thank you, Atika. So here we go to the implication. There are many effects that affecting the student when they are involved in school society. These are the positive effects from the implementing co-curricular activity, especially in school society. The first one is build sense of responsibility. When students in their early life are given some responsibility or a task to handle, like application of the first aid, their efficiency to handle such a situation become much better and they can control the situation. To put in another way, this activity promote a sense of accountability and become more responsibility. Next is enhance the overall personality. Co-curricular activity at school help in the development of student entire personality. They will be better prepared to face problem and will be more experienced. And also they can think more critical because of this experience. Furthermore, the student become more proactive and be well prepared for their future work because of this experience and ability gained through the co-curricular activity. The third one is the exposure to the new activity. Students are exposed to a wide range of activity that provide them with a new perspective and allow them to choose what they enjoy and what they want to learn. In other words, open new possibility for them. This activity encourages the student to engage in activities such as acting, dancing, singing, speaking, and a variety of other activities. As a result, co-curricular activity increase the students' experience in terms of learning and trying the new things. So here we go to the negative effect for not implementing co-curricular activity in school society. The first one is the student become inactive and stagnant. Students become more stagnant and frozen and have a conservative minded and always avoiding from associating with the outsider and the public. Secondly, they will lack of experience. They will not have any experience to share, and when they become an adult, they will have less social skill and cannot share their experience to the future generation. Lastly, lack of leadership attitude. This will make them not excellent and lack current leadership with the public and become suffocated society in taking a decision when facing a problem later. That's all for the implementing of the co-curricular activity in school society. Next, here we go to the next presenter.
Okay, are you guys ready? Okay, thank you to Abdullah for the great info that being given to us just now. Okay, so in my slide, okay, we will talk about the club society advisor, which is the criteria on identifying the advisor. Okay, so we will take a look. Okay, so in my section, okay, in this section there are 3 main points, which is the organogram, and then which is the teacher competency model, and the last one is the criteria of a good advisor. Okay, so let's take a look. Okay guys, okay, what you can see above is order of chart. Okay, so for the higher level, okay, which is the Ministry of Education, okay, the constitution itself, okay, the constitution has given the principal a task okay, to become a patron, which is the penang of every club in their school. Okay, so the principal is the head of every uniform club, society or sports, okay, in the school. And then the principal will select the teacher, okay, to become an advisor. Okay, so what is the criteria of an advisor? We will take a look, okay, for the next slide. Okay, after an advisor has been selected, okay, so the teacher or the staff will be in charge to manage the club, and then it will help the AGM, which annual grand meeting, to appoint the committee members such as the president, the secretary, okay, the vice president, okay, to help the teachers to perform activity at the club. Okay guys, okay, next we go to the teacher competency model, okay, which is being inspired from the iceberg competency model. Okay, so what is mean by competency? It means that the person or the teacher has the ability to do the work or job with efficiently. Okay, so there are three factors in this teacher competency model, which is the knowledge, the skills, and also the personal attribute. Okay, so these three factors playing a huge role for the principal to select the teacher as an advisor for the club or society in school. So for the first component in the model is knowledge. Okay, what is mean by knowledge? Knowledge is information or facts that being acquired through the experience or being trained for. Okay, so for the teacher to be a good advisor, the principal must look at his or her knowledge, which means they understand to do the job, and with the knowledge also, okay, they will do the job with efficiently and help the students to develop their potential. Okay, next we go to the second component in the competency model, which is skills. Okay, what is mean by skills? Okay, skills is ability of a person, okay, to do something very well by using his or her knowledge. Okay, for the last one is the personal attribute. Okay, so personal attribute is one of the important component in selecting the teacher as an advisor. Okay, because this can differentiate whether the teacher or an advisor can do the job within the higher level or just a normal performance. Okay, so let's take a look about this situation. Okay, so I want you guys to read it and I want you to compare it. Okay, which one is the good advisor within the 2%. Next, we will go to the last component in this slide, which is the characteristic of a good advisor. Okay, the first one is qualification. Okay, the teacher or the staff must be well trained, okay, so that they understand to perform their job, okay, to become an advisor of the club or the society. And the second one is the accomplishment. Okay, the teacher or the staff that has accomplishment will become a good advisor because they have higher skills, okay, and a lot of experience in managing the club or society, which make them understanding the policy and the rules, okay, for conducting and managing the club or society, and also they can bring the club to compete in the higher level. Okay, the next one is leadership skills, which make a good advisor. Okay, the teacher that have a good leadership skills can communicate with effective with the students, with the schools, that can help to develop the student potential and growth. Okay, they also can have a great persona and charismatic to attract the students to become more interested in joining the co-curricular. Next, the last characteristic of a good advisor is that the person must well ordered and systematic. Okay, this is because the teacher or the advisor must plan ahead, okay, for every week of activity, what they are going to do with the students, okay, so that they don't waste their time, and also that the teacher also must document every single document, and also have to attend the meeting, okay, so that if they didn't have the characteristic of a well-ordered and systematic, will not run the club with smoothly and effectively. Okay. Next, I will pass to Najiha for conclusion.
Okay, now we have reached at the end of the presentation. So before I end the presentation, let's conclude the topic. Societies and club is part of co-curriculum activities which are compulsory for the students. Not only that, teachers' involvement are also compulsory. As you have heard that there are positive and negative implications for students such as build sense of responsibility, and that's for positive effect. And for negative is such as lack of experience and many more. But the most important thing, the role of the teacher. The teacher must give full commitment and conduct the activity with the students. The teacher must play their part so that the students can contribute and get the benefits from joining the societies or clubs. I think that's all from us. Thank you for listening.